Okay, hi everybody, it's me, Bankai 922. You know what time it is? Yeah, it's Bleach time. Yeah, Bleach time. Um, yeah, I got a cough. I went to the doctor today. I should be fine after a week of medicine. Anyway, moving on. This episode 18, Rages at Ringside for 1,000 Year Blood War. Pretty good. I mean, last couple episodes, I haven't been I've been good, but not crazy good. I don't know. That makes sense. Um, I mean, the last fight we've had was Bambita and Kawamura was just so bad for her. But this one is a weird one, to say the least. Okay, so anyone who never read the manga of Bleach and hasn't read the final arc, this Stern Ritter's name is Mask de Masculine. Now, unlike other Stern Ritters, this guy gets powered up by this tiny 2 foot, 3 foot guy named James. Now, the thing about it is, which I find very funny, which it didn't really click with me when reading the manga, and I just didn't think of this. When this guy gets, Bach calls him James and not masculine. Maybe that's because James is the actual person. I don't know. But, that was a thing. Anyway, moving on. Episode really was just basically Kensei. Kensei shows up with the other captain whose name is... Oh, what's his name? It's kind of funny also because they all, Arutobashi. Now, Captain Arutobashi, I actually liked what they did here with his bankai. They animated very lovely. I like what they're doing with the animation. They're implementing CGI in a way to emphasize it and to make it look wow, you know. But Kensei fights Master Lee. It doesn't go well because of James. So this is the thing that pisses me off about this stupid James. He keeps coming back. You kill him, he just keeps coming back. Oh, Jesus. Anyway. Kensei thinks he's gotten, he's upset with Shuhei because he thinks, this guy is weak. But he's like, no, you're supposed to kill the little guy. He's like, superstar! This so annoying. This wrestler Stern Ritter with this one tiny little fan. But I love it. It's great. It's freaking amazing. So Tensei obviously gets defeated. Otorobashi kills James and tries to defeat Masculine. Of course, Otobashi's Bankai is indicated on sound. So what does Masculine do? He sticks his two fat sausage fingers in his ear right through and severs his eardrums. And he's able to defeat Otorobashi. But for as long as Otobashi's Bankai was there, I thought it was done very well. The water, he creates the water, he created the Prometheus fire. The actual Bankai, these beings that shoot this out of them, and because he's like an orchestra kind of thing. Done very well. They get defeated. Then Renji shows up. I was like, yeah. And Rukia. So Rukia ends up taking the two captains back to the fourth squad barracks to get healed. And then Renji fights this guy. What's funny about this is Renji just like, no, I'm killing this dude. You gotta keep killing him, James. He keeps coming back. And what's funny during the fight is, they go to that form, the Shrodoru, with the wings and everything. Superstar kills James. Sorry about that. He kills him. He's like, don't worry, you'll be with your superstar and you'll come back as long as I'm alive. I'm like, but then, when he thinks he's defeated Renji, Renji comes back with his new, improved bankai, which I must say, it's kind of. I'm not. I haven't read the manga in a while, but what I saw animated here was done very nicely. I thought so. Especially when he actually gets the attack of his bankai and stabs Masculine. Because then you see like this huge jaw of the snake of Zambimaru clamp. And I thought that was done really well. That was awesome. But overall, this was a great episode. Emphasizing Kensei's bankai, or Otorobashi's bankai, and then obviously Renji's. Obviously, the other two didn't use their bankai to defeat the third, but regardless. Now, surprisingly enough, I don't recall. I guess you can say the first Stern Reader that went down was the beginning of the anime, when it was Zaraki fighting turns two Stern Ritters, and the copy Stern Reader was destroyed, killed, and there was another one that was killed. But this is the first actual death of a Stern Ritter, I think, in this season, in this part so far, from my understanding. Because a lot of the others came back to life when Bach had them reveal their powers. That doll thing. Anyway, it was a great job. Great job this episode. I thought it was very fulfilling. Now we do get one scene. No Ichigo in this episode. The scene is basically Bach taking in Masculine, but he calls him James, which I find weird. I think James is the actual Stern Ritter, and Masculine is just like an alternate version of himself. He takes him in, and then he turns into Shadow, leaves, there's Hoshwell. Now, the thing about Urliu that I find kind of is, unlike other shonens where characters do this, we kind of already know Urliu's motivations. This even goes for anime-only watchers, because we saw in the previous episodes from the first part that we see a photo of Urliu with his mother, and they're referencing Ichigo's mother, and referencing that Bach took away their powers, which is what happens after James is defeated. He takes him into him. You can tell on the look on Urliu's, more like a concerned look, but it's just like, you could tell that he's not really with them. At least from my perspective. But Hoshwald's there, and he basically explains to him, he's going to explain to him, what is the story with Bach. Now, I already know what the story is. It has to do with something in regards, it's there's a connection. I'm not going to say what it is. You're going to see it. You're going to realize it. But in the next episode, I think Hoshwald's going to basically explain to Urliu. But for next week, it's White Haze. So next week's episode most likely is going to be Rukia against Osnot. This is going to be fantastic. anime only watchers. It's gonna be great. You're gonna get to see. I think, honestly, next week's episode, you're going to see Rukia as her most powerful. I honestly believe that. I honestly, after all the episodes of Bleach, this right here is when Rukia really showed her merit, you know? But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. 10 out of 10 for this one. Renji doing Renji things. Sternritter, S. And I believe we're going to get Sternritter F next week with Rukia. And I'm not going to say what happens. But yeah. This is Bankai 922. Bleach is on its way. There are other animes that are really going crazy that I'm reviewing besides Bleach. But it's getting back. It's getting back. I'll see you guys later. Peace.